Hi, I'm Alyssa Garnham, founder of the Creative Light Academy, and I'm here to share with you tips, wisdom, and advice on how to start and grow your creative business. This week, I'm talking to you all about craft shows, fairs, fetes, art events, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to be telling you why I don't think they're good for growing your business. Now, there are some good points to these kinds of events. So, for example, they're great to meet customers, really getting face to face with people and talking to them about your products is a great way to get feedback and find out what it is that people love and what they don't love and what they'd like to see more of from you. There's nothing better than getting that face to face interaction. Events like these are also great if you want to launch your business or launch a new product line. It's a great way of setting a date and then telling the world about it and saying, hey, if you want to come and see what I'm all about, come to this event, it's going to be great. And that way you've got something to work towards and a big launch date for your new product or your new business. Finally, craft shows are great for networking and meeting other business owners. There's nothing better than meeting other people who do the same kind of thing as you. They're in the same boat. You can bounce ideas off each other, get advice and get support from people who really know what you're going through. I'm a big believer in this, so I really do think it's great to meet other people and to network so that you have got that support around you. Now, having said all that, there are a few factors which I think you need to really consider if you're going to do a craft show. So first up, one of the questions that I get asked the most is, how much stock do I need to prepare ahead of doing this event? And you know what? The answer is, how long is a piece of string? It's so hard to know how much stock you need to take with you. I have been there myself. I've been working for weeks ahead of time, getting stock ready, making sure I had a lot to choose from. And then actually, when you get there, maybe you do sell some of it, but more often than not, you end up taking a lot of it home. And while that doesn't need to be a bad thing because you will eventually sell it, all that time you spent preparing it in the lead up to the event, it's been time kind of wasted. That's time you could have spent on actually growing your business, and instead you were just preparing stock that you didn't actually need. Now, once you sign up to an event and you've paid your fee, it is really hard to know what the organiser is actually going to do to advertise the event. Now, you might think that they will use that money to make adverts, make flyers, and really shout about it to the local community. But you have to remember they also need to pay for the hire of the venue, they might need to get insurance, and there are lots of other expenses that they'll need to cover. So you're kind of putting your faith in the organiser and hoping that they will turn it around and make this such a big event. But actually it's kind of out of your control, and that can be really hard to understand. Organising events is a big task. So you need to be confident that the organiser is going to do everything they can to get people through that door so that you can make sales, so that taking part in the event was actually worth your while. So make sure you do your research and make sure that you actually believe that the organiser is going to do the best that they can. There are also lots of other factors to consider. So footfall is the amount of people who come through the door, and that can be affected by even something as simple as the weather. Maybe even if the weather's bad and people don't want to leave their house, or if the weather's great and they'd rather go and do something else than be indoors shopping. Something else which I think you need to consider, and why I don't think craft shows really work for business, and that's because you only reach the local community. With an online store, you can reach a national and even an international audience. I mean, how cool is that? So even if you do get a lot of people coming through the door, the local community is ultimately the only people you're going to serve, and that's kind of limiting. The other thing with an online store is that it's open 24/7. So you don't have to be there, and you're not limiting the hours within which people have to shop. So if an event is open from 10 till 4, then people can only shop in those hours. But in today's world, we love to access what we like whenever we like. So it's good for people who are busy and maybe they're at work all day, or maybe they have a lot of commitments, and being able to shop when is convenient for them is so much better. At a craft show, you have to physically be there for the whole day, just standing there selling. With an online store, you can be working your business, or you could even be out enjoying life, being with friends and family, socializing, or doing whatever it is you like to do in your spare time. And you don't need to be there. Your online store is open 24/7 and you don't need to do anything. The sales will just come in on their own. Now, doesn't that sound amazing? I hope my points today have given you some food for thought. Now, I'm not saying you should never do a craft show, but I do think you need to take all the factors into consideration. With an online store, you can be open 24/7 and the sales will just come in without you even having to be there. A craft show is great, and if you want to take that step, that's fine, but I do think that taking part in them all the time is really going to limit your business. So just weigh up whether that time that you're going to be preparing for the craft show and taking part could actually be spent building an online store, which is going to open up so many incredible opportunities for your business. If you're looking to start a creative business, or you want to grow the one you have already, then be sure to sign up to the link below in the comments, because I have got something really exciting coming your way which I think you're going to love. And in the meantime, be sure to hit subscribe so you can get notified when I next do a video.